else, jump on the comments really quick. Let me know where you're watching from. I can see your comments live as we're doing this. And this is just our way of trying to reconnect, man, because a lot of us are bored. We've watched enough Tiger King. Our younger siblings are driving us crazy. So we're going to do this on Tuesday nights. Later, stick around. I'm going to tell you about a Netflix watch party we're going to do online this Friday night, which is going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to have an opportunity to be part of next Tuesday's broadcast. You can give us a tour of your bedroom on your smartphone, like just a little 4-minute tour. You get bonus points if you speak with an Australian accent. So you film a little tour of your bedroom and you'll email it into us, and then we'll make a mashup and show it next Tuesday night at 7:07 online. That'll be a blast. Hey everybody, I'm seeing you on the comments. Hola, Bay City. We got people saying howdy. That's fantastic. Zoom. So I'm going to share a few things, and then in the comments we're going to share with you Zoom links. Zoom is this free app that you can download. You should download it right now. Zoom. And there's going to be a Zoom for guys and a Zoom for girls. And when you go to Zoom, it's cool because all of our faces pop up. It's kind of like the Brady Bunch. Do you guys even know what the Brady Bunch is? That might be like a bad reference. All of our faces will be on the screen. We can talk to each other on Zoom. So we'll be posting the Zoom links here on YouTube in just a few minutes. So just hang tight. Estoy bien. Early bien. I don't know what that means. I took French class, man. That was my thing. French class. But comment below with your city, where you're watching from. I was trying to figure out what we're going to do, 7:07 online. And I just kind of started to think about what it's like to be out of school for all this time. And at first, it's exciting because you get to sleep in. You get to watch way too much YouTube stuff. But then all the days start to blur into each other. And so I saw some really cool memes that kind of represent that. Like this first meme, check this out. Spider-Man. I mean, you're confused what day it is, right? What is it today? Is it Saturday? Is it Wednesday? And then some of us are just watching way too much Tiger King. And so when I saw this meme, I was like, yeah, Tiger King right here. This is what happens when you do meth. True story. And then the last meme I found, this one's great because we all want to go outside. We want to get out of the house. But hey, it's illegal, Karen. It's illegal. So those are some of the memes that have been cracking me up. This has been a crazy season. We're not seeing people that we usually see. All of our schedules are jacked up. And what I'm really starting to notice from all of you guys, because some of you have been messaging me and reaching out, is that there's a lot of things that we're missing out on during this lockdown. And the lockdown is important. What we're doing is we're actually helping save lives by staying home. But we're missing out on a lot of things. We're missing out on milestones. Some of you are missing out on school dances and prom, special field trips. Like some of y'all were going to go to one place or to Washington, D.C. or whatever, and that might not happen. Sports. Some of you just want to play your sports, and it's canceled, which is weird. It's just so weird. Like your school plays are canceled, your concerts. There's no hanging out with friends. And so I just thought I'd take a few minutes and kind of lean into that with you because you're not alone. We're in this together. And I get it. It's very lonely and disappointing. And so that's what we want to talk about tonight is how to handle this season we're in. How do you handle loss and disappointment? Because that's what we're going through. If you've ever lost something, it's not fun. Like you lose your cell phone and then you lose your freaking mind trying to find your smartphone. And here we are, we're losing the end of our school years, which at first seemed pretty awesome, but now it's like, man, I miss my friends. I'm tired of seeing these four walls, and it's just driving us crazy. And so there is a real sense of loss and disappointment, and it's okay to feel that way. So I thought today I would just take a few minutes and talk about how to handle loss and disappointment while we're all locked down. There's 3 easy steps for walking through the season that we're in together. And the first step is simply to not avoid your loss. It's okay to feel down. It is. Like, no one here is going to judge you. It's okay to feel let down, to feel like, man, this stinks, because it does. This really does stink. What you're going through, this has never happened before. This is going to be in history books. But here's the thing. While you're going through, like, it's kind of like you're going through grief. You're kind of like mourning the loss of things and milestones. What I want to encourage you to not do is don't isolate yourself. Here, let me just give you a verse. I'm only going to give you one verse tonight, okay? I'm not going to do a whole big Bible thing. But let me give you this verse. In John 8:32, Jesus said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." And your truth, my truth, that we're all in right now, is that we are missing out. That's the truth. And when you avoid the feelings of loss, you're avoiding the truth. Don't avoid the loss that you feel. Run toward it. Embrace the truth that this stinks and this is not fun. And you don't want to act like everything is okay. It's okay to be down. It's okay to be bummed out. Don't act like nothing ever happened. I'm totally fine. To say it doesn't hurt is a lie. And that's going to hold you back. The best thing you can do is to walk in truth. And the truth will set you free. You don't have to hide or retreat into silence. Like, some of you all are posting some amazing things right now in the comments. It's driving me insane. I get it. Me too. You feel like you're losing friends over this. Yeah. I mean, isn't this so weird? Like, who would have thought in March when they were like, oh, we're going to be out of school for 3 weeks? Who would have thought that you weren't going to see your friends again until like September? Now you're talking about bullying each other. I don't know what that's about. You guys are funny. But don't retreat. Don't hide. Okay, listen. Okay, here's 5 horrible things that you could do. If you really want to mess things up during this season, here's the fatal 5. The 5 things that you don't want to do. The first is denial. Pretending that this is bothering you. Like, if you go into denial over these feelings of loss, you are not going to be in a healthy place. It is going to mess you up. Don't deny how you feel. If you're angry, then be angry. If you're sad, then be sad. If you feel empty, it's okay. What I'm trying to say is it's okay to experience and feel the loss, because we're all walking through loss right now. But don't deny your feelings, because then you'd be living a lie. Number 2, in the fatal 5, is to minimize things. And I do this all the time. I'm guilty of this. To be like, oh, yeah, this stinks, but it's okay. You just kind of minimize it. You admit that something's wrong, but it's not that big of a deal. You just kind of minimize how you feel. It doesn't bother me. But here's how I know it bugs you. Because you still talk about it to all your friends. It does bother you. and it's okay to be bothered right now. If you minimize how you feel, then eventually you're going to start leaking on people. You are. You're just going to start being Debbie Downer, leaking on people. Okay, so when I was in high school, there was this girl, and I asked her to go to a football game, like in a group. We were going to go on like a group date, and she's like, okay, yeah, she'll go in a group. She wasn't going to go like solo with me. And so me and my buddy Kent went and picked her up, and we went to the football game, and it was an away game. And there was other friends that we met there. And then there's this guy named Simon. Oh, I did not like Simon, because while we're at the football game, he starts hitting on this girl that I just took out on the date. And he's like, hey, I can take you home. And she's like, well, no, my mom and dad said, that I have to go home with these guys because this is who I came to the thing with. And so that really bugged me, that Simon guy. But when we got in the car to go home, she was like, hey, how'd you feel about that creep Simon? And I minimized it. I was like, oh, it's nothing, whatever. But like inside, it was really eating me up and making me angry and jealous. Like, if you feel something, feel it. Do you want to see a picture of me and my girlfriend from high school? All right. Hey, Ian, you want to put up that picture? This is a picture of us in high school. Oh, look at that. That was the cool thing, to not wear a tie back then. And it was like there was no collar and no tie. Isn't that amazing? Here's another picture. Check this out. Oh, look at them. Look, John had hair. That's so amazing. I'm angry about that too. I won't minimize my feelings. Listen, if something's bugging you, don't deny it. Don't minimize it. Run towards the pain and let yourself feel those things. The third of the fatal five, number 3, is when you blame others. So you get upset about missing out on these milestones and you start blaming people because there's pain and you want to push it off on others. And when you blame people, that's just another way of hiding from truth. So if you'll run towards the truth that you're hurting, then the truth will set you free. Sarcasm can also be one of the fatal 5. Now, I'm very sarcastic. And so there's a difference between sarcasm that's funny and then sarcasm that's biting. That's like you're saying things to wound someone. And that's what I'm talking about. Is that kind of sarcasm? Is sometimes when we're hurting, we'll make jokes that are biting jokes, and we're doing it to avoid the truth. And if you don't experience the emotions you're feeling, it's just going to bottle up and it'll go to a bad place. The last of the fatal 5 is like getting hostile towards others, being a jerk, hurting other people, like getting angry, explosive anger, or it could be like shutting down, like running to your room and just like, I'm shutting down, put up the force fields. Hurting people hurt people. And so what I'm trying to say is, man, if you're feeling loss, this is a safe place to talk about it. It really is. No one's going to judge you because we're all experiencing loss. The second thing you want to do is pay attention to your feelings. Like seriously, you're going through grief. Pay attention to your feelings. Sometimes we want to tiptoe around church people, Be like, oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. But like deep down, you're not good. You kind of put on a mask. You don't want to show that you're angry. You don't want to show that you're depressed. And so we stuff the feelings down. And then what happens over time is that we start to leak our emotions out by being passive aggressive or being overly sarcastic, or we withdraw, or maybe give people the silent treatment. And that is all unhealthy. That is not good for you. And so you want to pay attention to your feelings. Many of you are going through grief. You're going through loss and disappointment. And it feels like everything is dark and cloudy. And so you need to deal with that. You need to step into the emotions and feel them, and then talk about it with someone. Like in a few minutes we'll be in Zoom groups. That's a great opportunity to just open up and be like, dude, the last 6 weeks have sucked, and here's why. Because as you'll enter that truth, the truth will set you free. But if you pull up those fatal 5 and avoid it, it's going to eat you up. Being disappointed is not the problem. It's okay to be disappointed. The problem is if you stay there and you don't allow yourself to feel through it. The last thing I'd say is this. Don't avoid your loss. Pay attention to your feelings. And then go to God. Like, God cares about how you feel. And he's big enough to take whatever you're feeling. Like, if you want to be angry and yell at him, you can do that. If you want to go to him in grief, that's okay too. There's a book in the Bible called Psalms, and a third of the Psalms are all about loss and grief. There was a guy named Jeremiah, and he was called the weeping prophet. Things just were always going wrong for him. There's a guy named Job. We're going to be in the book of Job, I think in June, with our God With Us series, and he lost everything. And so those are good books of the Bible to look at, to go to God and say, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me through this? Or, God, I don't understand. Can you give me some answers? And if you go to God through the scriptures, he will give you direction. He really will. Yeah, I'm just looking at your comments. That's amazing. Some of you, you're sharing that you feel like the only person on earth. And someone said, yep, that's me too. Or that you miss your teachers and you never thought you'd say you miss your teachers. Yeah, it's crazy. This is a crazy season. But here's the good news. You're not alone. We are in this together. And that's why we're doing this on Tuesdays, 7:07 online. In just a few minutes, we're going to go on to Zoom chats, and I'll post the links here in the comments on YouTube. Friday, we're going to try something. It could be either really awesome or it could be a huge mess. But we're going to do a Netflix watch party. It's this Friday at 8 p.m. You just need to have a laptop, and you want to use Google Chrome as your browser and watch with us on Netflix. And basically, you go to netflixparty.com and you download this Google Chrome browser. You have that on the screen, Ian? And netflixparty.com, and there's this free extension. You download it. It automatically installs on your computer. And then Friday, you'll click on our bio on Instagram, and it'll take you into Netflix, and then you'll click the little NP. It sounds really hard, but it's not. It's super, super easy. And then we're going to watch a movie together. I think we're going to watch The Case for Christ. I think, because Megan Cherry just watched it, and she said it was amazing. It's a true story. And I met the guy who wrote it, Lee Strobel. That dude is super freaky smart. But it's this really great movie. It's on Netflix. It's like in the top movies right now. So we're going to watch it together on Friday, 8 p.m. We'll post all these directions on Instagram and on Facebook and on our website page. But we're going to watch, and then we can comment together and do stuff while the movie's playing. We'll try that this Friday. That'll be super cool. Next Tuesday, we'll be back again doing this, doing 7:07 live. We want to see your bedroom. First, clean it, or don't clean it, you know. But between now and next Tuesday, get your smartphone and just take us on a tour. Do a selfie thing. You get bonus points if you have an Australian accent. And give us a 4-minute tour of your bedroom, and then email the video to hello hello@lifechurchmichigan.com, and then we're going to mash them up and show them next Tuesday. So that'll be really cool. If you don't want to show us your bedroom, you don't have to, but that would be really cool. Yes, do it with an accent, someone's saying. Yeah, do it with an accent. Show us your bedroom, make us laugh, and it'll be really cool. And then also, I'm going to give you a homework assignment. Yeah, I am, man. So you got extra time on your hands. Get yourself a Bible that you understand. And if you don't have a Bible, you have the internet. So go to BibleGateway.com. Or go to the App Store and download the Bible app. It's all free. And then find a version that you can understand. So maybe a version is the NLT, the New Living Translation, or the Passion Translation. And between now and next Tuesday, I want to challenge you all to read the first 7 chapters of the book of John. So it's like 1 chapter a day. You're just going to knock it out. And some of you are like, oh, I don't want to read. Well, too bad. Shut up. Read the first 7 chapters of the book of John. Let's do something with our lives while we're in lockdown. And then next Tuesday, we can dive into the book of John together. That'll be super cool.